Here we go. Homework help. Let's do this. So I copied it onto a Word document because it's easier for me to edit. Here we go. 4.6. 4.6. Write the given situation as an equation or an equality and then solve it. So the local amusement park sells summer memberships for $50 each. Normal admission to the park costs $25. Admission for members costs $15. Read that again. Oh, wait. Okay, so if I'm a member, I have to pay $50 to become a member. Oh, why is the default always red here? So, okay, member, $50. And then, what else do I need to put here? How much is admission for members? So if I'm a member, I pay $50 and that gives me my membership. But then every time I go to the park, I still have to pay, let's make it, visits. $15 per visit. I don't know. Go with that. Okay, hold on. Okay. That's member. If I'm a non-member, if I don't pay that $50 to become a member, then how much is my admission to the park? $25. See, $25 per trip. Well, maybe I should put T for trip. I guess it makes more sense. We'll do T. T for trip. So $50 plus $15 per trip. And then if I'm a non-member, I don't have to pay the $50. I just have to pay $25 per trip to the park. Okay. Cool. So if Darren wants to spend no more than $100 on trips to the amusement park this summer, how many visits can he make if he buys a membership with part of that money? Okay. So he's buying a membership. So are we dealing with this one or this one? The first one. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and write this down. So Mr. Darren, $50. We lost my purple. $50 plus 15 T. Okay. And then am I going to put equal to $100? That would be writing an equation, but let's see what it says. He wants to spend no more than $100. He wants to spend no more than. No more than. So this is going to be, this has to be less than or equal to $100. Okay. He will spend up to $100, but no more. So this has to be less than or equal to $100. He doesn't have more than $100. Okay, so here's our inequality. So now we just solve it for T. All right, so you don't have to keep writing the dollar signs unless you want to. I'm going to subtract 50 from both sides. So then I'll have 50 minus 50 is 0. So all that's left on this side is 15T. And then I have, I'm just going to copy it real quick. 15T is less than or equal to 100 minus 50. Then your last step is you want to get T by itself. You cannot subtract 15. This is 15 times T. 15 multiplied by T. If I had 4, tangent, times 5 equals 20, I can't just subtract the 4 and get 5. Subtract 4, I would get 5 equals 15. It doesn't work. You can't do that. Okay. If you're multiplying something together, the way to split it up is by dividing. So I'm going to divide both sides by 15. Oh, okay. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to divide both sides by 15. So then you're going to get 15 divided by 15 is 1, which is just t. It's less than or equal to 50 divided by 15 is, I don't know, something 0.5. Let's see, 50 divided by 15. Oh, I'm wrong. It's like 3.3. Did I do that right? I'm not. I feel like that's not the right answer. Oh no. Hold on. I'm arguing with the book in my head because the book got something slightly different than that. 50 plus 15 100. So we subtracted 50 from both sides. 100 minus 50 is 50, right? I'm not going crazy? Yeah, it is. So then you're going to divide 50 divided by 15 is 3.3. The book is close, but the book's not correct. It's fine. Anyways, so what does this mean? Because we're not finished. We still have to say how many visits can he make? Well, it has to be less than or equal to 3.3 visits. Well, I can't have 0.3 of a visit. That doesn't work. You can't just be like, hey, yo, I'm just going to stay here for 0.3 of the day, so can I pay 0.3 of the price? No, they won't let you do that. Or I'd be very surprised. So, he doesn't have enough money to pay for 4 visits, right? We're not quite up to 4. We're at 3.3, so you have to round down. So he can go, he has 3 trips. Or visits, whatever you're calling them. Okay? Not go to a park and pay for 0.3 of a visit. Doesn't work like that. All right. So that's that. So that's your answer there. Boom. All right. How many visits can he make if he pays normal admission instead? Okay, so we still have that $100 limit. Normal admission is 25 times T. All right, 25 bucks per pop. Okay, 25 T, once again, less than or equal to 100. All right, so now we're just switching out what we're plugging in here. We did member price. This is non-member price. All right. So then this one, you're solving for T, so you're just going to subtract 25. No, you're not. Don't do that. You're going to divide by 25. Divide. Let's go over here. Boop. So then if you divide by 25, you get T is less than or equal to, a little space there, less than or equal to 25 or 100 divided by 25, which is 4. Okay, well, that one came out even. So how many trips can he afford to make? There's no decimal on this answer. He can afford 4 trips, plain and simple. He could afford less than 4 trips, but he could go 4 times and he would not be over budget. So if he's only going to go 4 times, so if he wants to go 4 times, he should be a non-member. All right. If he increases his budget to $160, how many visits can he make as a member? Can you give you a second to think about that? Woo, okay. So then you're just changing the 100 to 160. Instead of his budget being 100, it is now 160. And we are a member, so we're going to use the member price, which was the $50 member fee plus 15 each time you go. All right, so 50 plus 15 fee is what? less than or equal to 160. So everything's the same except we switched out 100 for 160. So then same idea, we're going to solve for t. I'm going to subtract 50 from both sides. No, right. So then 50 minus 50 is 0. So all that's left over here is just 15t. Less than or equal to 160 minus 50. Last step. You're going to subtract 15. No, you're not. Don't do that. If you're multiplying, the way to split them apart is to divide. So I'm going to divide both sides by 15. Divide by 15. Oh, well, let's keep going down. So then 15 divided by 15 is 1, which is just t. Little t. Less than or equal to 110 divided by 15. I don't trust the book. 110. 7.3. Okay. So once again, what does that mean? How many visits can he make if t has to be less than or equal to 7.3? You can't pay for 0.3. So can he make 8 trips? No, he can't afford it. 7 trips. Okay. Moving right along. How many can he make as a non-member with the increased budget of $160? Okay. So now he's a non-member and his budget is $160. So remember, the non-member price, you don't have to pay the $50 member fee. So it's just 25, probably lost it again. 25t is less than or equal to 160 because he cannot spend over $160. All right. And then once again, we just solve for t by subtracting 25. No, don't do that. By dividing by 25. Okay, you'll get t less than or equal to 160 divided by 25. I looked at the book. I don't trust it. 160. Oh, wrong thing. 25. Okay, it's right. 6.4. Okay, so then what does that mean? Can't pay for 0.4 of a trip, so he can only pay for 6 trips. So if he has $160, it's a better deal to become a member because then you can go on 7 trips. Whereas if you're not a member, you can only go on 6. Oh, I didn't have the whole thing. There. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2. Jay just took a math test with 20 questions. Each question is worth an equal number of points. The test is worth 100 points total. Okay, write an equation that can be used to calculate Jay's score based on the number of questions she got right on the test. Okay, so let's look that in. All right. Okay, so if your test is worth 100 points, and there are 20 questions that are each worth the same amount of points, how many, okay, 20 questions, they're each worth the same number of points, and the test is 100 points total. So how many points is each question worth? That's what we need to figure out. So the test is 100 points total, and I have 20 questions that are all equal value. So 100. 5 points each. Okay. The test is worth 100 points total, and there are 20 questions. So how many points is each question worth? 100 divided by 20 is 5. And you can prove it. 20 times 5 is in fact 100 points. All right, writing. annoying. Oh. Oh. We'll just move it down to the next page. Hold on. Okay. So this equation, hold on 1 second. I'm getting a phone call. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. This is so annoying. Okay, why don't you pause? Sorry, that was stressful. It wasn't even an important phone call. Okay. So each question is worth 5 points. All right. Write an equation that can be used to calculate Jade's score based on the number of questions she got right on the test. Okay, well, each question is worth 5 points, right? So depending on how many she gets right, it'll be 5 times the number of questions she got right equals her score. So like, for instance, if she got, I don't know, there are 20 questions. Let's say she got 12 right. So then I'll go 5 times 12 equals, she got 60 points on the test, right? If she got 20 right, then it would be 5 times 20 equals 100. She got 100 points on the test, okay? So 5 times the number of questions she got right equals a score. All right, moving on. If a score of 70 points earns a grade of C minus, how many questions would Jade need to get right to get at least a C minus on the test? Okay, well then, I lost my purple. 5x. You have to get at least a C on the test. At least. That means we can get a C or above. So that can be greater than or equal to 70. Right? We need to get at least a 70. We can get more than that, but we need to get at least a 70. All right, and then you would just solve for x. So you would divide by 5 on both sides. Divide. Okay, and so then you would have x. Oh no. Okay, there we go. See? X is greater than or equal to 14? Yeah, 14. So Jade needs to get, okay, beautiful. If a score of 83 points earns a B, that's weird, but okay. How many questions would Jade need to get right to get at least a B? So she wants to get at least a B on the test. So we're going to have 5x, whatever, is greater than or equal to 83. She at least needs to get an 83. So once again, you're going to divide both sides by 5. X greater than or equal to 83 divided by 5. What do you actually get though? 17 point something divided by 5. Oh no, 16.6. Okay. 83 divided by 5 is 16.6. Right. So what does that mean? Does that mean if she gets 16 questions right, she earns an 83%? No. She has to get 16.6 questions right. We're assuming that we're not getting partial credit. So she has to get, Jade needs to get at least, you have to round it up, 17 questions. Right, 16, she won't quite be at an 83. So you need to round it up. She has to get 17 questions right. All right, oh, I don't know what this is. Let's get rid of this. Okay, suppose Jade got a score of 60%. and then was allowed to retake the test. Okay. On the retake, she got all the questions right that she got right the first time, and also got half the questions right that she got wrong the first time. Read that like 3 more times. What percent of the questions did Jade get right on total on the retake? Jays. All right. So on the retake, she got all the questions right that she got right the first time. All right, so first let's figure that out. How many did she get right the first time? 5x equals 60, right? Because she got a 60%, that's 60% out of 100 is 60 out of 100. Okay. So she got 60 points the first time. So then how many did she get right? You would divide by 5. X equals 60 divided by 5 is 12. So she got 12 questions right the first time. Okay. 12 questions right the first time. Okay, so we got that covered. And also got half the questions right that she got wrong the first time. Okay, so then the first time she got 12 questions right. So then how many did she get wrong? Got 12 questions right, so then she got 20 minus 12, which is 8. She got 8 questions wrong the first time. 8 wrong the first time. There we go. So, retake, she got 12 questions right again, and then half of the questions that she got wrong the first time she got right now. So half of 8 is 4. So she got 16 questions right on the retake. So then to figure out the points or the percent, you go 5 times number of questions she got right, 16, equals 80. She got 80 points for 80%. Whew, that was a fun one. All right. Now I need to pause you again because I'm not ready to do the rest of it.